Hello, hello, hello. Another pink love clay video for you. And I want to help make the world better. Okay, so I want everyone to sign the petitions to end factory farms. Very important. I saw some such infinitely sad photos. I can't watch the videos at all of the factory farms. I have a nervous breakdown if I watch those. It's so infinitely heartbreaking. It's traumatic to watch that. So I already saw some real sad photos of pigs today again. Pigs, they have such human expressions in their faces. Such sadness. Oh my gosh. Such infinite sadness in the eyes of pigs in factory farms. They're really depressed. They're really in fear. They hang their heads down and they look so infinitely sad. It's heartbreaking for me. I want to rescue every single pig. So I am praying to the infinite cosmos, to the blue God, to save and protect all living beings, all innocence. I say that every night before I go to bed. So I've been observing people on the internet, observing what they say, I see how men react, I see how women react. First of all, there's a lot of men out there that are so puzzled over how women feel and they don't understand it and they generalize and they'll say, all Karens are like this and all Stacys are like that and all feminazis are like that and all women are like that. No, they are not, okay? Women come in all kinds of shapes, colors, and characters, okay? So, and DNA. Very, 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 very huge variety, huge diversity of genetics. So there are a few kind-hearted women, okay. Most of them are not so kind-hearted, most of them are selfish, and the same goes for men, okay. That's just a fact. And so there's no need to put everyone in the same drawer and close the door and say, oh, the hell with all of them or something. No, it doesn't work that way. That's what the ego likes to do. To put them all, to send them all to hell. And then the ego can think of himself as he is the great guy. The Karen is the bad person. The Karen is the bad guy. So that's how the male ego thinks. No, actually, gotta do some fact checks here. The Karens, yes, this is a very generalized statement, and we're all different. But the Karen, the average, what's the average characteristics of a Karen? A Karen cares. That's why her name is Karen, okay? So, the caring Karen. She cares and she sees injustice and she calls the manager. Well, Well, in my case, I, I've done that too, but this gets funny. I got the manager in Walmart, and the manager lady, who was like, she was like, I don't know, 65 or 70 and real obese. And she looked real mean. I complained to her. I complained to her about the cigarette butts on the parking lot of the Walmart parking lot. And she looked at me. She looked at me like I'm totally out of my mind. But, it was really, 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 really filthy on that parking lot. And we used to go shopping there and we needed that store. And I had to I had to dance around, I had to tap dance around these cigarette butts on the parking lot, and I still do. That's my Walmart parking lot tap dance session. It's like, ew, don't step on that. It's so gross. Ugh. I don't like it. I have like real bad OCD with it. So when I got that manager, I immediately knew this was a waste of time. But so I don't do that very often. But I only do that in emergency cases. Like when a nuclear cigarette butt explosion happened. But, in general, I I don't go to the manager. I go straight to the president. That's what I do. Yes, you bet. And you know what? This is amazing. This blew my mind. The president, I had a conversation with him. Yes, that was before he was president. Yes, I did have a conversation with Donald Trump, the real Donald Trump, in one of the chat rooms. It's true. So I was actually very, very amazed. And I said that, he needs to stop the oil pipelines. And he said that they were not able to do this yet because of economic reasons. And I understand that, that is not exactly what his number one choice is to do, because he's also bound to his platform, and he is, as every president is, they are bound to their constituents. They're bound to the Senate, to the Congress. They're bound to all kinds of people that are there that have to vote on things. They are bound to the corporate agenda, sadly. This is what's happening, and it's not necessarily because it's their choice to do that, but that's the position of president. Anyone, if I was president, I would, unless I would be declared a dictator, which would be very nice if that happened. But the president is not a dictator. Okay, the president in the United States, and they did this obviously for a reason, because they don't want a bad dictator. So they have to take the good with the bad. If you have a democratic president who is bound to other people's votes on things, then you have to take the good with the bad. You have to expect that he can't just stop the oil pipeline, because obviously ExxonMobil, the oil industry, has both feet and hands. their dirty hands, their corporate hands, their corporate fingers in everywhere. They have their corporate filaments embedded, infiltrated in every single institution of the government, okay, particularly here in the United States. This is a fact. And I've seen a lot as an activist over the years. I have cried. I even had a nervous breakdown because it bothers me so much what I see, you know. So, and we need to, we activists, we need to understand that the human ape is, in general, you know, I'm generalizing now, the human ape, not just the Karen. So, but the human ape, you know, women or men, you know, are corrupt, you know. As Rockefeller said, every man has his price. That applies to women too, unfortunately, most women and most people. And there may be just 1% of people that will not take the $1 billion bribe money or the $1 million bribe money, you know. So 1% of people that will say, no, thank you, I'm okay. I prefer that the pigs get released onto meadows, and I'd rather have that happen than take that money, and then the pigs are suffering and they continue to suffer for the next 20 years just because I took that bribe money. Yeah. No, thank you. I don't want the bribe money. I want the pigs to be released onto meadows. Okay, I'd rather be poor and have no money and just sit there and watch the pigs happy on the meadow. Okay, that's me, and that's about probably 1 to maximally 2% of the population. And that's a fact, and we need to become very clear about this. So, but I know that Donald Trump cares, okay, so we can really, really be so grateful to have Donald Trump, because I think Donald Trump is definitely one of those 1% of people who care and who will do anything to make the world better and to free living beings from suffering. He sent fire crews over to Australia, even though, you know, that's Australia, you know, he didn't have an obligation to do it, but he did that because he was heartbroken seeing the koala bears and the other wild animals suffering in the wildfires, okay? And he was touched by the people going out there, risking their lives, the 1% again, you know, risking their lives to save the animals from the flames and bring them to care facilities and veterinarians and sanctuaries and nurse them back to health. So he sent fire crews over to rescue the animals and to extinguish the wildfires. So I know that Donald Trump has a real good heart, and so does Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin has a beluga whale rescue initiative. It's on his website. You can read this. If people would do more research and really look at the situation and really see the whole picture of it, then, you know, we can be so infinitely grateful to have Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, these two amazing men that are helping the whole world to become better and to alleviate, to do everything they can to eliminate suffering, okay? And I am so infinitely grateful to them. So you guys take care.